What's up, guys? Z Farrells here with your Season Stars review and also secret solos inside Madden Ultimate Team. What does that mean? So I was over on Muthead Twitter earlier and I saw 2,000 VIP solo challenge sequence unlocked. How many solo challenges have you done so far? So if you look at these tweets and screenshots, these came from another community member, not exactly Muthead, but they did share this. And what you'll see is there's actually solo challenges. When you hit 2,000, there's 40 new challenges. You completed 2,000 games and have revealed the VIP 2,000 challenges complete. These challenges to earn valuable rewards. So you'll see stuff like Hold Me Closer, Tiny Panther, fantastic solo challenge names. And you can see on the right side, 16,500 coins as they go down the list. So a bunch of stuff available if you've hit those 2,000 solo challenges. Shout out to those guys who have, and for those who haven't, make sure you check in on your MUT Rewards to see how close you are to getting this and if it's something you want to go after. One of the players that you'll actually pick up from this is Kelvin Benjamin, and when we click on this Kelvin Benjamin, a lot of people chirping the 94 wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin, 42 cap on Muthead, chain mover ×2 and deep threat. And I jacked him up here with those chemistries active because those are pretty common ones to have active if that's who you're into. 90 speed, 95 catch in traffic, 95 spec catch with 88 route running. So people say, well, that should be higher. I don't want a receiver with 90 speed. But in my opinion, what I did is I went to Muthead. I searched players with higher than 94 spec and higher than 94 catch in traffic. No results found. So without boosting, no results found. Now, one thing I would say, if I'm going to get super nitpicky on Kelvin, is that you can't start Motivator Kelvin, the 90 version that you see down here, who gives +2 spec to your whole team. You can't start him with this Kelvin, so you can't get +2 spec. But what you can get with Hopkins is +2 catch in traffic, 97 catch in traffic. So I find that interesting. Now, Randy Moss obviously is more your best spec catcher in the game right now, but he's got better balance. He's 6'5", which is good. He's much heavier, and 80 strength is good. Now his run block's a little bit lower. So I think this Kelvin Benjamin does a unique role. You know that's what I'm into. And anytime you can sort by 2 ratings that you have and find no other receivers that are his type, I enjoy that. If you give me another guy with Jerry Rice like 94 speed or another Jordy Nelson style, like unless you're giving me Ed McCaffrey's ultimate legend for the reward for this, I don't see, you know, like everyone has their quarterback kind of rock solid with Stafford. Receiver, it's a position you need multiple, unless you're going to give me a CB. I love this Kelvin Benjamin. I think he brings a lot to the table. If you've played that much, this guy could fit a unique role for your lineup. So that's my early review on Benjamin. And I like that they did these secret solo challenges. Give me some comments on this type of stuff. I mean, community's always asking for stuff. And, you know, this is something I think is pretty neat that they just kind of threw in for the hardcore guys that are still going at it with those MUT rewards. Solos look fun. And check it out. Let me know. Now, let's get into the main reason we're here today, the Season Stars. But before we do that, there's actually some other new players that came out today. Or yesterday. Now, 2 big notes on the milestones. Roby, they gave pick specialist, which is always good, can't hurt. Melvin Gordon, they made battle ready. So he is an elusive style back with battle ready. And I've heard that he's already really, really good. And now they give him battle ready. Even though he's elusive, that's an interesting combo and worth checking out. Quan gets field general, which will give him +1 speed, continue to make him relevant throughout the course of the season. Ogletree hot hands, And then Ben Jones gets secure pass blocker. This is a question I asked. Was a guy like this going to get secure pass blocker? Because then you want to buy prior while his price is low and make a play. So that's something that you're always considering when you purchase guys before they get milestoned. All right, Brent Grimes picks up a veteran or a signature series. And look, I'm the hardest person on Brent Grimes in the world. I've been on him since his base item last year had like 80 speed. He's up to 90. You can get him up to 91 with field general and 95 man with 95 play rec and 95 press. Also with boosted, and you're going to start the Amerson, 97 speed. Now he's shorter than I'd like at 5'10", But that man coverage and then that agility and speed, 96 agility to go with 91 speed, for a specific role, he can make it work. Am I going to pay $300K for him? No. But if I pulled him, would I be upset if I was trying to play some man defense? No. I wouldn't be upset. So that is what a good role for the Grimes could be if you need him. Charles, who hasn't really got too many items, picks up one. 94 speed with 95 juke move. Always has really good catching out of the backfield. So if we click on Charles, what you'll see is up to 89 route running with his route runner chemistry. He's going for $575K. I think that's overpriced for a 94 speed halfback. I'd rather see you go after like an earlier version of McCoy, 98 agility. Obviously, there's the login McCoy that will be out eventually. That's kind of the two guys I would compare. How much is the Charles versus how much is the McCoy? And still, is a battle-ready halfback what you need? Do you not want to use anybody that's not battle-ready? So those are the questions I have, but I like Charles. I like him generally in Madden. If I was to see this guy in draft champs or whatever, I would certainly pick him up and potentially play him in the slot as 89. Route running is really good at the halfback position. The last guy who gets an item here is Devin Hester. So he's Energizer. You'll see it, 94 speed on the Hester, 96 elusive. Definitely not a true receiver, more the Tyreek Hill type with Energized. And an interesting call in the comments. First comment is that they did not give him the return man, but he does still have space to meet milestone. So the Deion Sanders had that new chemistry ability that came out that gives you pick 6 and return. Basically, you don't lose stamina on a return until you get tackled, until you make contact with the defender. So I would like to see Hester get that. That's a great comment from Matty Iceman. So 94 speed. Hill's a little quicker, maybe Tavon Austin. The agility I'd like to see be a little bit quicker. But it's really interesting. I mean, he's only got this 63 version of himself with 86 speed. So it's cool to see him get an item. He was so incredible at the U, and he is the all-purpose yards leader in his 11-year career. And he's got 14 career punt return TDs. So maybe you guys can make a play. If his price goes down to $100K and he gets the return man one, it's an option. But because that is the only other potential way to get that chemistry if he was to get it. 94 speed, 95, even 95, 96 speed at this point, you're not going to bust. It's just really hard to return kicks. I'm not good at it. So unless you guys got a method, let me know. Now we'll get into the season stars. So this is the Brandon Brooks. He's your limited time, and he is 96 strength with 94 pass block. So he's a very good pass blocker. Will he get secure pass blocker, similar to the milestone that we talked about earlier? That's something to look at right guard, but that's pretty good pass block in the middle. I would not go after him. I love that strength. I mean, that strength is phenomenal. He's only 270K. Let's see if we juice him up. You get him up to 97 strength, 95 pass block with 95 impact. I mean, this guy's good. 78 speeds, very quick. This is one of your better guards, actually, the more I think about it. Maybe he gets identifier, maybe he doesn't, but unless you want to secure a pass blocker at the right guard role, which is not somewhere that people tend to put that unless they put him everywhere. They tend to do more tackle, and then inside hope they get a double team. So that's kind of the meta, but one thing to look at. TJ Ward, 91 speed on this TJ Ward, 93 hit power, 93 zone, 93 play rec. So let's dive in, check out his chemistry. He's got the Denver and field general. So he gets up to 92. He's going for 300K. He's a little, TJ Ward had a signature series at 89 and he had a team hero. He didn't get any team of the week, so he hasn't really progressed as the season has gone on. And he always starts out a little bit on the slow side just because he always has good play rec, but it starts on a little bit more of the slow side, as you can kind of tell here. So double field general, 94 zone, 92 speed, 95 play rec. That's a great triangle with 94 hit power. But there is a very good amount of strong safeties, 98 pursuit in the game so far. So if he comes down a little bit to 100K or so, maybe it's a guy you throw in your lineup to test out. 81 man, so you're not going to play him, in quarters or down at that position. You're going to keep him pretty much to zone style coverages. But not a game ender, but a pretty rock solid player at this point in the season for many lineups at 95 with about, but he's got to become about half price to really go after him. This version here, similar here, not the double field general though. Same thing, Brooks doesn't have the double BB. So Demarius Randall, I've always loved. Last year he had a Schefter star when that program was going on, I think it was. That was in my lineup for a long time. Shout out to the guys in the chat that remember Demarius Randall. He also plays Madden himself, but he was in so many lineups, so I was really excited when I looked at this card. 82K, I like this card with 94 speed, 94 excel, 94 agility. Great athleticism, that's why I was so hyped, right? But then the man coverage and the zone coverage at 80, both in the 89s, I thought maybe he would have one, just be kind of juicy, but he's pretty balanced, but they're a little bit low. So you can get him to 95 speed, pretty decent tackle for a corner, decent, average. But I really want to see that higher at this point in the game. Not necessarily for this price. I think you can get a guy for 40K like the Gilmore who's going to be a little bit better. But for an absolute edge, blitzer, steal, that cost is good speed-wise. You're not going to find much at that range for that cost. With this balance, yes, I would like it to be a little bit higher. But you get it up to 93 with the Emerson or 92 with the Butler. Those are some things you could look into. I think this guy will maybe end up at 50K, and then I think he is a great value as he was. So maybe I'm not as down on him as I thought. Jeremy Hill gets a 91 speed, 91 truck battle ready halfback. So I like this Hill. Now he's 40K. So that's a really good price for this Hill. He'll come down if he gets down to 20K, 20 or 25K. Then he's maybe a buy. 82 strength is good, 93 truck. Basically not over 90 truck with battle ready and 90 speed. Agility's low, but that's very consistent with these types of backs and somebody that you can look into. He hasn't, had many items this year, so it's good to see him pick one up for his season star. All right, now Vance McDonald is next, and I absolutely love Vance McDonald. He's a guy I recommend all the time. And I'll show you guys why. Now, he's normally been a little bit faster, if I recall, but they've bumped him down a little bit speed-wise. But 91 run block, 88 strength. Vance McDonald, 6'4", decent speed at 85 with 88 excel, and then he's got 88 spec. So, is that spectacular? Not quite, but for 24K, you're going to tell me you don't want a guy with 88 strength and 91 run block at tight end, who isn't useless. He's not useless in other areas. Aside from his route running, which just don't run corner routes with him, streak him, drag him. That's really what you're going to do with this McDonald. You're going to get him free release off the line. He's going to block, and then you're going to drag him and streak him a little bit every now and then. This is the best budget tight end for a long time. I do my budget sheet. I got Vance McDonald on there now. And I'll be updating this as it goes on, as I really do think he is super legit. Now, Robeson, and I would rather not see him get SE because I don't want to see that route running go to waste. I'd rather see him get something that helps, some of the stuff that he's already good at. Brian Robeson gets a left end. Now, he's usually pretty strong for the left end position, but coming into it, he's going to be a little bit slower. So he's 84 speed, which you can get up to 85 with 92 play rec. Look, this is 96 finesse move when he's chemmed out, and 96 finesse move when he's chemmed out. He costs 12K, guys. He's going for 12K, 96 finesse move. Look, that's Javon Curse with 85 speed, 90 acceleration. Is he the strongest? No, but 88 is going to hold up, and 88 block shed. Those aren't bad. I'm just saying, 10, 12K, another budget stud with 96 finesse. Good play rec. There's nothing wrong with this Robeson, who hasn't had many items either this year. Basically none. So this is a great chance at a great price for a really good player for the role. That's going to just rush the passer if you're a regular style dude, He's not the end game meta, but that's tremendous. So that's what really these season starts have brought to the table. Hopefully you guys will check out those solos. Let me know if you're close in the comments. You can check your MUT Head or MUT Rewards, see how many you've done. And then we've got Robeson, Vance, Demarius, and then the Kelvin. Those are the guys we like this week. Keep an eye out for a Melvin Gordon milestone, and then of course you have these new 3 dudes, and we'll see how they evolve as the season goes on. But that is it for right now, guys. This is Z Farrells reminding you, sometimes Madden's good to you, sometimes Madden not good to you. Until next time, lock up.